Hello, I'm attorney Scott Lesowitz, and I have the court papers in the Dwight Howard sexual assault lawsuit, and I'm going to go through them with you. I've seen things online saying that Dwight Howard responded to the sexual assault allegations against him by filing a summary judgment motion against the complaint. That's inaccurate. What actually happened is that Stephen Harper, the plaintiff, filed the complaint, and Dwight Howard has now filed his answer. Both of those documents are not sworn, they're not under oath. Dwight Howard denies any wrongdoing. Now, I also assume that Stephen Harper, the plaintiff, is not Stephen Harper, the former Prime Minister of Canada, although if he is, then this should be a much bigger news story. The plaintiff, Mr. Harper, attached to his complaint some of the text and Instagram messages he exchanged with Dwight Howard. All right, before getting into the specific allegations and text messages, just bigger picture here, Mr. Harper alleges that he connected with Dwight Howard, set up with him to have a sexual encounter, and once he got there to Dwight Howard's house, though, it became non-consensual. Whereas Howard denies the allegations of wrongdoing, seems to acknowledge, though, that there was some kind of meet-up and sexual encounter. And it seems one of the questions is whether or not Mr. Harper realized that Howard wanted to have a threesome with another guy as well. So Mr. Harper alleges that on May 29th, 2021, he sent his phone number to Dwight Howard on a direct message in Instagram, and Dwight Howard responded with a devil face emoji. So now I'm gonna put on the screen Exhibit B from the complaint. Dwight Howard has that devil face emoji. Mr. Harper responds, "Sup, sexy?" And then Howard responds, "None, you?" And then expletive, "Just starting my day off, about to shower in a few." And then you got all these eyeballs looking to the left. So now moving on to Exhibit C of the complaint. Looking about midway through the exhibit, you see that Mr. Harper writes, "Not sure when you're free, but would love to link," devil face emoji. And then Howard responds, "Who am I talking to?" And then, "I'm Steven, my bad," gives his main Instagram account. And then, "Thoughts, LOL?" And then Howard responds, "I was waiting on you to send pics. I was waiting." And then it appears from the complaint and the continuation of the text messages that he indeed sent a picture. A little unclear to me from looking at this how this initial exchange came about. I'm assuming if Dwight Howard just gets some random Instagram message from some guy from AT&T trying to sell him stuff, he's not responding with a devil face and saying, "Send me pics, send me pics." All right, so now looking at Exhibit D to the complaint, Howard responds, "I want more." And then Harper says, "I gotcha, Poppy. Also, what are you into? You like freaky stuff?" And then, "Yes, I'm into freaky stuff. Now, I want you to know, I'm not gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes. I don't want to offend you." And then, "Yes, and I understand, sexy. We grown. I'm not offended at all." And then Howard responds with 3 salivating emojis and "let me see eggplant." So it's either some kind of sexual encounter or maybe they're making eggplant parmesan. I'm not sure. All right, and then there is some more back and forth. There's a second page to Exhibit D. He does send some more photos, although luckily they're not in the complaint. But all right, then finally let's look at the bottom part of Exhibit G. And here we have Howard saying, "You want to have a threesome." The response is, "With who, LOL, and is that what you want?" And then, "A dude, LOL, or a girl, LOL, not sure why that's funny. Then can't come till after 4. I'm already 30 minutes away, LOL." So it does appear that the possibility of a threesome has been raised before Harper gets there, although it doesn't appear that there was much more specifics. Although again, maybe there were more messages, we don't know. The plaintiff gets to decide what to attach to the complaint. I do want to highlight some of the allegations. So here's paragraph 19 of the complaint. Once they were in defendant's bedroom, Mr. Harper and defendant got into defendant's bed, removed their clothing, and engaged in consensual kissing. So looking at paragraphs 22 to 23, shortly thereafter, defendant received a notification on his phone, quickly got dressed, and informed Mr. Harper that he would be back shortly because his friend just arrived. Until then, Mr. Harper was not aware that defendant was expecting any visitors. Then approximately 10 minutes later, defendant returned to his room with another individual, a man dressed as a woman who went by the name Kitty. And then the complaint goes on. I'm not going to read the more graphic allegations, but basically he alleges that Dwight Howard and Kitty start having sex, and that they then non-consensually bring the plaintiff, Mr. Harper, into it. Okay, so then as for Dwight Howard's answers to complaints usually are pretty dry documents. It's just, admit this, deny this. And so they're not particularly informative. You do list your affirmative defenses there, but even those are pretty much boilerplate. So you don't learn that much about a defendant's defense, about the reasons and that he's denying it and what his evidence is. We just really don't know that yet. I do want to read here paragraph 31 of the answer. It's important. And it says, defendant admits the allegations contained in paragraph 31 of plaintiff's complaint and affirmatively states that the three agreed to touch one another and to engage in consensual sexual activity. All right, so there you have it. I just kind of wanted to get this one out here, no time to even shave. Thank you and appreciate you watching.